Hi everyone, I'm John Michael, one of the writers and moderators of the IGN Strategy Guide Wiki for SimCity. This video will teach you how to create an overpass using a little bit of ingenuity with some modified terraforming techniques. In order for this technique to work, you have to have a city site that has a fairly varied amount of altitude. Now, this doesn't work with every city site, and some of the flatter city sites, this simply just won't work at all. It tends to work best if you have a little bit of sea that you can work with, because the sea level tends to be quite a bit significantly lower than the highest point of a city map. So we are going to work with Pinewood Hills in Titan Gorge, but this is not the only place that it can happen. And we're in sandbox mode, but this works outside of sandbox mode. This just allows us to have the money that we can do to pull this off. So we're going to enter Pinewood Hills here. And the first thing you have to do is plan about where you want to put your overpass. Now, the entire purpose of the overpass, of course, is to have two crossing roads or a rail in a road. That way traffic doesn't have to stop. So if we want a little beachfront property here, I think I want to put my overpass roughly about here. That's just to show you about where we're going to aim for it. And just to destroy that. Okay, now the first step of creating your overpass is to go up the hill and create a stretch of road. This is going to be a temporary road, so I'm just using low-density dirt road here. Second is you have to add a park. Now, the best park I've found to do this is in the plaza category, just picking a simple walkway because it's straight, it's narrow, and it's long. So we just add that roughly to the center of the road. You can already see that by doing this, we've created a hill, a cliff even. This is the basis of the whole technique. But now we need to extend the cliff out. So by editing the park, adding modules or adding sections of the park extends that cliff. And what you want to do is you want to create a cliff, or rather, I'm sorry, you want to create a T section. I don't need that one. You need to create a T section of your parks with kind of a fat cross section there. So we have kind of an upside down T going on. Exit out of edit mode, and you can see we have this big cliff. Now all you need to do is grab a road or a rail, and this is what you're going to use your actual overpass road for. You can use any type of street or even avenue, but it's easier to work with rails than streets, and it's easier to work with streets than avenues. We're going to go ahead and pick a medium density street. And this is the tricky part. Sometimes this doesn't want to work, and if it doesn't, just try creating your road from a different location. But what you want to do is you want to start your road and go up the cliff until you see concrete supports. Like that. It's kind of tricky to get the exact pixel. But there is one more problem. If you create your road and the top of it rounds out like this, it probably won't work. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Wow, I don't want to delete that. Yeah, the fact that that little road chunk is hard to click kind of means it won't work either. Let's try this again. Had it for a second. Well, if it continues to have problems, like I said, try it from a different location. You can approach it from either side. There we go. And you can see that the road just cuts off straight right in the middle of the cliff. That's what we want. So now, take your bulldozer and destroy your road and your parks. And when the dust settles, you'll be left with this road that goes uphill to nothingness. Now select the same road. And you can go from the end, just extend it out. You've got yourself a bridge. It's kind of a lopsided bridge, but your Sims won't mind, it works. Let's see here. And now with the bridge, simply lay a perpendicular road under it, and you've made yourself an overpass. And that's all there is to the technique. So I'm John Michael. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to IGN for more tips and tricks for the new SimCity.